Those interested in the superintendent position at the Department of Education have another chance to submit their applications after the Guam Education Board voted to extend the deadline this morning.
The motion would be to extend the search for superintendent to March 16th and to go ahead and call all the previous applicants if they are still interested in applying for the position, and we will still accept any new applicants that will be submitting by the 16th. And we will then follow a resolution and select the top 3 to be interviewed for the position.
Board member Joe San Augustine made a motion to borrow the governor's liaison to education, Vince Leon Guerrero, as the interim superintendent until a candidate is selected, but some members expressed concern.
Mr. Leon Guerrero was a previous candidate. He may continue to show interest in the superintendent search, and it may pose a potential conflict of interest. He comes in as an interim superintendent, and until that is cleared, I don't know if that's such a good idea.
I'll make a comment on that. I think that's the issue that we had in the previous search that we had when Mr. Guerrero submitted his application, and it posed a problem for some of the members on the board.
Voting numbers were also questioned in a tense conversation before roll call was made on the motion. DOE's legal counsel Rebecca Perez made the recommendation that the board require 6 votes to pass the measure, but since Perez is not the board's legal counsel, there were uncertainties.
Last time I checked, every time they comment about board policies, it requires 5. Hiring the superintendent, firing the superintendent requires 6. It's either you're hiring one or you're not hiring one, legal counsel. We're not hiring one, we're only borrowing one, like we did when we borrowed from our deputy superintendent of finance.
So can I interject and ask the question, board member San Augustine, since you're the one that's godfather of Mr. Leon Guerrero, would it be then if we borrow Mr. Leon Guerrero that his salary would be that off his current position and not that off the acting superintendent's position?
I was hoping for that.
No, I'm asking you the question, sir, since you're the godfather for this, what is your position on that matter?
I would have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, if we can borrow him and keep him at the current salary at the governor's office, that'd be great.
In the end, board chairman Francis Santos ruled that the vote would be 6 in order for the motion to pass. Roll call resulted in the motion failing with only 4 members voting in favor. The governor's spokesman, Troy Torres, says he's not sure whether or not Governor Calvo would have agreed to the motion if it passed, but he does believe that it would work.
It would have been a lot more work for Vince, but he's very excited about public education. But that he's in his role as the governor's chief education advisor and as the chairman of the task force, he can affect that change and he can help to move things through in that capacity.
Since the motion did not pass, Tallene Titano will continue to serve as the interim superintendent until a new superintendent is selected. Betsy Brown, PNC News.